Okay, Coach. Well, in just a few short months, this place will be the epicenter of the sporting world when it hosts Super Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3. Mike 48. Pick it up, pick it up. Hey, pick it up. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Walford's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You. Sean. Watch twins. Watch twins. Back.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 30 big ones. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll run here with Ballage. Pushes past him. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Fitzpatrick now. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 31. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's go. 1st down. Hey, pick it up, defense. Watch the whip.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Balaj. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. Jim.
Hey, color.
Watch out.
Check, blue draw, Porter.
Check.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First down, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They run it with Balaj, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, Fitzpatrick. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go. Go to bench. Check 59.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And that would cover beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff Spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And an alley to run. The 20. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Switch.
Now Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 24, check 24. Shit.
Hey, 5-0.
Now Fitzpatrick. And he finds Parker here, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, And then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, an 80-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. On the toss, here's Balaj. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Regular.
Check. Crunch.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down again. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team.
There goes Mark Ingram. Past the 20. 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. Caught by Wilson. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Second and 4.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Hey, watch the slant.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Watch the safety creep.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Double dog, double dog.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Check 55, Mike. He can't hang. He's not good.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And some room to work. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage, 50 yards. And the Dolphins gain a bit of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, it's
a foot race. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 60 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Balaj. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Yeah, baby.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Again, it's Balaj. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Check 3, check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to it, how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Wait. Lucky.
They'll try to throw here. Fitzpatrick. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. The Dolphins on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third down and 12. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Alert flare.
Gonna go 5-0 here.
Fourth down, Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 58 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick.
They tried a quick hit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Ingram again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. Room to run again. There goes Mark Ingram. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Watch the boot. Check now.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Then Wilson has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Parker. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds tick away in this